What's good? No. Actually, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Capone. Let me turn my light on because I just realized it's very dark in here. Much, much better. All right, guys. So, sorry about missing the SmackDown, I guess you can call it review. A lot went on with the family, so I just didn't have a chance to put that up. Okay. So, I want to make sure the mic was on. And we're going to do a Raw preview, but it's going to be kind of short because there's some big news, very sad news today, actually. And I wanted to get to that, talk more about that than almost the Raw, really. So I got my phone here, just going through kind of the Raw preview on their end and what I think. So the big thing they're showing is the Nia Jax and Sasha Banks match for the number one contendership to the title. I'm going to go Nia. I'm hoping Nia Jax wins, but it wouldn't surprise me if Sasha Banks wins, but I'm gonna go with Nia Jax because I think that's just Nia Jax, Alexa Bliss, SummerSlam creates something different. You don't really know who's the face in that, so it makes it interesting to who you're gonna root for. And Sasha Banks, I just feel has been given not too much opportunity, but she's held the title like 3 times now. So I think Nia Jax needs to run with the title. So that's what I'm hoping on that. The next thing they have is face to face to face to face. So I think they're going to do some kind of interview thing with Joe, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and Braun Strowman. I think it'll break down into some kind of melee. It won't be that great, but, they're doing an interview thing. Again, this is the go-home show before SummerSlam for Raw, so they're trying to get everything out. The Miz is going to apparently face Jason Jordan because he wants a piece of him. I think they're setting up for, obviously, a Miz and Jason Jordan Intercontinental match at SummerSlam, and I wouldn't mind Jason Jordan winning it. But that's, But again, they'll set that up. It'd be all right. Let's see here. Looks like they're going to have some kind of segment with Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt. So I don't know if they'll fight. They'll probably do something. They'll probably do some kind of fight, but again, they're not going to go too crazy. I think try to save some for for SummerSlam. Brothers on the mend, so they're setting up, like I said, a semi-Shield reunion. I don't think we get the fist hit today. That's probably going to be the SummerSlam. That's what they're saving it for, they said. So they'll set something up. I mean, that's pretty much the preview. Again, guys, I apologize it's so short. But again, there was some big sad news today, and that's kind of what I wanted to get to. So that's my Raw preview. Should be a good show. I'll try to have Raw reactions. We're a little bit on a better schedule at my job, so I should be able to have something up tomorrow for the Raw reaction. So, unfortunately, the sad news coming out today is that Ric Flair, Nature Boy Ric Flair, is in the hospital. An hour or two before I filmed this, it was reported that he was put in a induced coma and going into surgery. He's having heart issues. Ric Flair, in case if for your young fan and you're not really familiar with Ric Flair, or maybe you've seen him on the WWE Network, but you're not sure, who he was. He was and really is the man in wrestling. He, now in wrestling, you have these guys who, they're still characters and they're a little closer. Their characters fit their personalities a little better, but it's still, I don't know how to say it. It's still kind of characters. I mean, they're still they're still themselves, but they're still characters. The Nature Boy Ric Flair. Oh God, I mean, he's back from the '80s with Hogan. I mean, he had some of the greatest matches, but he was the Nature Boy Ric Flair. I'm gonna get this quote wrong, but he was a limousine riding, kiss stealing, son of a gun, and there was something else, and I'm forgetting. But he had this great tagline. I mean, he lived, the rich life, and his character portrayed that, but it wasn't a character. Ric Flair was Ric Flair. He was all about the women. He was all about the money. He was all about the drinking, and he did that. I mean, he lived that life on screen and in real life, and unfortunately, it sounds like this caught up to him. I can't think of the name of it, but it's basically deals with alcohol abuse, and I think in his book, and I think he said it a couple times, he was an alcoholic, and unfortunately, he abused alcohol, and it affected his heart badly. And it sounds like He's going through a real thing right now. It sounds like he's really, struggling right now. And it just sounds bad. And again, as a fan, as someone who looked up to Ric Flair, someone who thinks he's pretty much one of the guys who built this. I mean, he did the Four Horsemen. Everyone knows this. You put this up, and right now it's called the Force. There's the Four Horsewomen, being Sasha Banks, Bailey, Charlotte, and I'm, God, not Alexa Bliss, no. Charlotte, Sasha Banks, Bailey, and the little Irish last kisser. And I can't think of her name. That's so bad. It's gonna come to me later, like after I do this. But they got the Four Horsewomen right now. And the original, that was originally the Four Horsemen. And they, did this. And Ric Flair was one of them. Arn Anderson was an original. There was two others. I can't think of their name right now. But they started this. And it's a real shame. And it's real sad that Ric Flair is going through this. Charlotte, this got to be tough on her. So I guess if I could, as a fan, for as long as I've been, and somebody who really respects what he did and how he was definitely, top guy who built a lot of the company. A lot of credit goes to Hulk Hogan, but I don't think Ric Flair gets a lot of the credit he deserves. I think a lot of it has gone to Hulk Hogan, but I think if you don't have Ric Flair, you don't have Hulk Hogan. You don't have a lot of people. So you don't have WCW. WCW was built on Ric Flair, not Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan might have kind of come in and saved a little bit, but he was Ric Flair, NWA, and WCW. He was WCW. So if I could look in the camera, I don't know if I'm not a YouTuber really, I guess, but if I could send thing out, say thank you, Rick, and I hope this is successful, and I hope we at least hear that you're okay. And I know we're never probably see you in the ring again. Just age alone, but I guess thank you, Rick. God bless you, Rick, and hope you recover from this. And that's gonna be it for me, guys. And enjoy Raw tonight. My prayers are out to Ric Flair and his family, Charlotte. And in honor of Ric Flair, I think there's only one proper way to sign out. Usually I show up that peace sign, say what's up to my threes up boys, and do the peace. But I think today it's just gonna be ended with a